Turning to Chinese politics now, as the recently concluded Third Plenary Session of the CPC Central Committee, Chinese leaders laid out their vision for the next decade of government reforms. One of the many issues targeted by the Central Committee include urbanization. Currently, migrant workers in China who live in cities but don't have local permanent residence cards can't claim basic social services. 10 years ago, the city of Zhengzhou in Henan province launched a major reform of its registration system. And while the project faced early challenges, Xia Ruixue reports it's also brought positive change.
The traffic light is green, but you never seem to reach it. That's what it's like to drive in Zhengzhou today. 10 years ago, there were 2 million people here. But after looser household registration controls in 2003, its population exploded.
In August 2003, the government introduced a program that gave migrants local household registration if they had relatives in the city. The registered population shot up by 150,000 in 1 year. The rapid population increase took its toll on public services.
It's not just the roads that can't cope. Schools became overcrowded, with classrooms in some primary schools packed with more than 90 children, double the normal size. Social welfare and insurance programs were also stretched, with many newcomers eligible for government subsidies.
Our school used to be a rather small one 10 years ago, but in 2005, every class swelled to more than 90 students, so we had to expand it. Now, 95% of students are the children of migrant workers in our school.
In November this year, the city started issuing new temporary city residence cards. People who have them are entitled to education and other public services.
Anyone who applies for the new residence card is entitled to at least 9 public services, the same as locals. They can rent public housing, their children can go to school without paying more, and they can sign up for the local driving schools and register their new cars as well.
32-year-old Huang Yunguang was the first to get his new residence card.
I've already bought an apartment here. What made me really happy is that my kids will have the same opportunities as local children to go to school. I can register my car as well. It's more fair than before.
China's urbanization rate hit 52% in 2012. However, only 27% of the national population has an urban registration, entitling them to residential welfare in the city.
Zhengzhou's household registration reform was seen as one of the most drastic in China. It's a mark of social progress, but can only succeed if the infrastructure and facilities have been put into place. Xia Ruixue, CCTV, Zhengzhou, Henan Province.